I am Josh O'Leary, and this is the Extra Extra interview. And I got a little bit of an introduction that I wrote for the man right here. This is the man, the legend, the Polish hungry hammer himself, the Florida food fanatic, Brave Belly. Is that good?
Thanks for having me. That's great. I
I, I,
like that.
I like
The
wrestling,
Hungry
so
Hammer.
yeah, the hungry. You're Polish, right? I think.
Oh yeah, I'm 100% Polish.
Yeah, I think there was a wrestler back in the day that was the Polish Hammer,
I
wasn't there?
think Ivan Putski.
Yeah, there you go.
But that's
Yeah.
way back in the days. I know nothing about that man.
I don't really either.
Yeah,
I just know his
I, I,
name.
yeah. I know he was super famous. He was big time.
Oh yeah, like I've probably seen a match or two with him in it, but
Oh really?
oh yeah, man, I love wrestling and all that old school, even the new school stuff, man. I love that stuff.
Oh nice. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of wrestlers in the area where I live.
Oh really? Yeah, I know you're down in Florida.
Yeah.
I've gotten that. You've said that before in your videos. What part of
Yeah.
Florida can I say without doxing yourself there?
It's fine. I live in the Tampa area.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, definitely. A lot of wrestlers around that area for sure.
Oh yeah, Hulk Hogan lives around here. We also
Yeah,
have
he's
in
got a.
my gym, believe it or not, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Oh shit, he can still go too, man.
Oh, he's in phenomenal shape.
Oh yeah, he can still go. He was part of Ric Flair's last match. That was hilarious. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know if you saw any of that.
No, I did not. I actually stopped watching wrestling a long time ago, but I was a huge fan growing up.
Yeah,
Like
of
when it was
course.
still WWF.
Oh, of course, of course. I mean, just by the looks of things, in my opinion, you could be a wrestler. Like you could
That'd
be.
be awesome. Yeah. So it's a little late for that, but
Yeah, sure.
in my next life, I'm definitely gonna, focus on that.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. But yeah, dude. It's awesome, dude. I started. Let's get it. By the way, you go by Brave Belly.
Right.
Is the real name off limits? Do you not? You don't put that one out there?
Uh, I mean, it's not a big deal. My name's Mark.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because I never knew. Like I was just calling you Brave.
Yeah, I mean, you can call me Mark. It's all good.
I'm gonna stick with Brave Belly, man. It
Right.
just feels right.
Yeah.
It feels right, and I'm still a fan. So just calling you Mark, I don't want to take the fandom away from me. You know.
Well, that's awesome, man. Thank you.
Oh yeah, 100%, dude. I started watching you actually. I think you were at like 3K subscribers when I started watching and commenting on the channel, and you were always very responsive with the comments. And I was always like, wow, man, this guy's awesome. And so I subscribed right away. You went up really quickly. I remember like checking back to the channel like within like a week, and you had a ton more subscribers. And I was like, oh man, my comment's gonna get lost in the shuffle here now. But no, it didn't. Not at all. You're still in there replying to all the comments. You're very personal with it and very authentic. You come across very authentic, and you also have like a very mellifluous, like smooth speaking voice. I think like when you're talking. So everything works perfectly for me. How does that feel to go up very quickly? And congratulations, by the way. I think you're at like
Thank you.
19K. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm closing in on that big old 20K, man.
Dude, I know. I saw. I just checked right before I called you, and I was like, "Oh, dude,
Yeah.
he's at 19.1." I've actually got a
Oh,
little thing to pull up here on screen. It's just a little screenshot of your channel there. Yeah, 19.1 subscribers, dude. That's
yeah.
awesome.
I'm super excited about that. I could never imagine, that it'd grow so quickly. Every day I check my YouTube and there's always definitely a handful of people joining. So it just seems like I have a lot of people that appreciate what I do. And I always try to keep it super genuine.
Hmm.
And there's no acting going on at all. It's all one take. Okay, I
Yeah,
just open up my food and I enjoy it. That's
yeah,
about
I
it.
love that about your channel. Actually, that's actually one I can't stand. I do the same thing. I don't like to edit. I
Right.
don't. I like to keep it all in there. It's more authentic. It comes across realistic. And I don't know, I can also like watch you, put you on while I'm like, I like to put you on while I'm cooking, actually, while I'm like, getting ready to like cook some steaks and stuff. I grilled some shrimp last weekend, and it was beautiful. It's beautiful this weekend too. So I might have to go out there and brave
I
belly it
actually
up.
have shrimp. I actually have shrimp thawing up, so I'm
Oh
definitely
yeah,
some shrimp and steaks. That's what I'm looking forward
yes,
to. But
yes.
yeah, I've actually been told by some of my subscribers they just like to play me and have me on in the background. You know, they
Oh yeah.
like the long format.
Mm-hmm.
They just like to hear me speak and eat, and I just wanted to stick out and be a little different than like typical mukbangers.
Yeah,
Instead of just shoving it in, it's my true appetite. That's how I really eat. So I
yeah,
figured I could do well in this genre. Yeah, so
dude.
it's been
Yeah, I
working
mean,
out.
that's what I was gonna say too. Is that like I watch a lot of YouTube, but oh, Lori's in here. Hey, Lori. That's my wife, Lori. She's also a
What's up,
big.
Lori?
She's also a big fan. Say hey to Brave.
Hey,
But
what's up, Lori?
but yeah, man, I'm not typically a mukbang watcher. When it comes to like, I watch a lot of YouTube, and I'm not one that sits there and is like, oh, let me watch, or ASMR. I'm not into. Some people are into that. Your channel was a lot different. You had a lot of different stuff going, eating wise. What you were eating, I was like, oh man, this is a lot different, and I can actually tell you how I found you. So I didn't find you in the algorithm. I didn't find you like, because that's typically I've done 2 interviews before, and they were people I found in the algorithm that I kind of started watching. And you, I found though by searching pickled eggs.
Isn't that something? Yeah, it's funny. Hold on, let me show you something real quick.
Yeah.
Check these bad boys out. I got 22 pickled eggs. I wonder if I could eat all these. I'm gonna give it a try. In the video that you're mentioning, I ate a dozen. This is 22. Okay, so we'll see. Is it 22 or 20?
Oh my! Wait! Are you doing this now?
Yeah, it's 22.
Are you gonna do this right now?
No, you know what? I can't do it right now. I just ate, so I'm gonna hold off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, it's gonna be hard to.
I'd like to speak to you. You know?
Yeah, dude, but that's amazing. I can't believe that you have that just
Yeah,
ready.
actually, this is actually pretty good. I don't know if you ever tried them, but
I
they
have
look
not.
intimidating.
That's yeah. Well, I
They
started
look
watch.
weird.
I started watching a guy on YouTube called Matthew Carlson, who he had a big rise too, like yourself. He's reviews sardines. He eats different canned fish,
Right.
and like, but the way he edits his videos, it's completely different. It's something different than I've never seen, and but all he's doing is eating fish, and
I actually have seen them. Yep.
you have seen him, okay? So
Yes.
like,
Yes. His name didn't ring a bell, but I do recall seeing the gentleman that reviews all the tin cans, basically all
yes,
the tin fish.
yeah,
So
yeah.
he'll do hauls like from Trader Joe's.
Oh
Or,
yeah, and he's trying.
Actually was inspired by his video, and I did one of them.
Yeah, I
Because
watched
I
that
eat
one.
sardines
Yeah,
regularly.
yeah, I watched that one. Believe me, I watched it. You had the crackers and everything ready to go,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, I watched it, and but that's what my point was, is that I was watching him, and like that's something that like I'm intimidated by. Like, oh man, tinned fish, like that's something like you grow up and it's like scary.
Right. See, I
But
grew up eating that type of stuff because I'm a first generation American. My parents are immigrants, so
yeah,
that's
yeah,
very like European type of food. So we grew up eating fish like that. So
yeah. I
we
learned that about you, and I just started watching your MRE videos. I just got into those, and I was watching the Polish one.
right.
I guess the Polish MRE, and yeah, I heard about how a little bit about your parents' story and stuff like that. That's very cool. Everybody
Yeah,
should go
man.
check that video out. I thought that was
Yeah.
very interesting.
Thank you. Thank you. The MREs are very exciting to me personally. That's why I've been doing a lot of them lately. I've
Yeah.
always been like intrigued with the military and stuff like that since a little boy. So it's a good reason for me to like spend a lot of money on MREs.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, some of them are super expensive because they're exotic and hard to get. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that one. What was it? I don't know. I forget which one. It was like in a crazy bag you were reviewing. It was like in a, the top of it looked like it was almost like sealed with like a Bic lighter,
Right.
like you
Yeah.
know,
So I
like
know which one you're referring to. That's the um. It's not. I believe it's the Hungarian.
it was like brown. It was like the
Yeah, it was. I
brown.
believe it was. Yeah, it was the Hungarian one. That one is super exclusive. That one is worth $300. But the company actually sent it to me for free because I've been ordering so much.
Yeah, yeah, good customer vibes. They were like, all
Thank
right,
you.
yeah, let's hook them
Right.
up, dude. And
I
well,
have so many more to come.
oh, dude, well deserved too. You deserve some more because I want to keep watching. I had no interest in them at all before watching your
So let me
videos.
ask you, what's your favorite genre? What type of food do you like seeing?
Oh man, you know I got you, of course, to eat Arby's, like, famously.
Right, right.
You know me
I
and
got to
the
do another one because I didn't do everything on the menu.
yeah, but you did a lot too, and you hit all the key some of the key notes.
I
We
tried to.
we complained a little bit, you know, on House Assembly. Me and the guys were
That's
complaining.
all right. Hey, that's cool. I like the input from everybody.
Yeah.
Like I said, like you mentioned before, I definitely, listen to everybody's input and comments. And I like interacting like that. It makes it more fun for me. It
Yeah,
makes my job fun.
yeah, dude. We had a ton of fun, and I was really glad that you were like cool with us, throwing you in the thumbnail and in the video and like
Oh yeah.
reviewing because I think
That
that
made my day when I saw somebody,
yeah,
another channel with my thumbnail. I was like, oh, that's super awesome.
yeah. Well, the video was
So I've
so
been
good.
watching you guys as well. I've
Yeah,
been
awesome.
watching your content definitely.
Yeah, dude, we love goofing, and I think the first thing we covered was the pickled eggs, actually, the famous pickled
Was it?
eggs. Yeah, you were eating the pickled eggs, and I had to show everyone
I
uh,
don't know if I've seen that one.
because that's what shocked me. That's the first one, I think. It's like the first one. We're like talking about you eating pickled eggs. We pull up the video, and of course, everybody's talking over you. Talking over the video.
It's
that's
all good,
that's
man.
what happens. We start arguing and talking over each other, and
Hey, that's awesome. I'm still happy that you guys had it on. Even it says a
yeah.
lot. So,
The pickled eggs though, dude, what's really shocked me and why I had to pull it up on our show was like I clicked your video, like saying I just saw the thumbnail, guy with some pickled eggs. He's gonna eat these. He's gonna try them out. Like I maybe thought you were tasting them for the first time, and then you just killed the whole jar. So I was like,
right,
I was in a stealth amount of time, like a
right.
very
Without it, see, I'm not into speed eating at all whatsoever.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
You didn't really have to
naturally,
though. You didn't. It was
yeah,
kind of. It seemed natural. It didn't seem like you were speed
right.
eating.
That's exactly it. I'm
Yeah,
just a fast eater. I always was
yeah,
since I was,
dude.
yeah. Have you seen the pickled pig's feet?
Yes, yes. I watched. So
Okay.
I started there, and I went straight into all your pickled videos. And
Oh yeah.
if you don't mind me asking, what was with the blonde beard, dude? What was with
With
that?
so my
Yeah,
girl at the time was
yeah.
actually like bleaching her hair and like coloring it red. So I was like, oh, I want to do something funky. I've always been that way. I've always
Okay.
like try different, to try
Yeah.
different things. And I did it. And honestly, I just thought it was, a little weird, but I ran with it. I did it like twice in my life, and then
Yeah.
that's that. Got it out of my system.
Dude. Well, I kind of loved it. I was like,
Oh, thank you. Well,
yeah.
also I did it because I just wanted to I just come out different, I guess. Starting my channel, it was at the beginning of my channel. I just wanted to be a little bit memorable.
Yeah, it
So it
definitely
seemed
made
like
you
it
stand
worked.
out. It definitely, I was like, whoa,
Right.
that was like this blonde beard. He's like, this guy, who is this guy with this, like, in your eyes, dude, your eyes too. You got some crazy eyes. Like,
Well, thank you.
that, crazy in a good way. Like, they're beautiful, man.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thanks.
of course, dude. But, yeah, so Let's go back to the Arby's. We covered the pickled eggs. I can't wait to watch you eat that new jar of pickled eggs,
Yeah,
dude.
man, I'm gonna try to eat all of them. I just gotta wait till I get my appetite up.
I've never
So
had
normally
them,
the way
dude. I gotta man up and eat a pickled egg, dude.
yeah, it's no big deal. Honestly, it just tastes like a egg with some vinegar on it. There's nothing dramatic about it. It just looks intimidating because it's it has the reddish hue, so
Yeah,
it looks like
yeah.
yeah, it looks like some brains or something.
Dude, yeah,
You
that looks
know?
like something that someone would have on their porch at Halloween when you're a kid. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Some biological thing. So
yeah, I've never had. Dude, you know what? I'm gonna be a disappointment to you right now. And I get shit from it all the time. I've never had a pickle.
no way.
Yeah, never.
Why is that?
I don't know, man. Like, I guess I've had like pickle juice and stuff. Like, it's been on
Or like
things.
pickleback?
Like if there's a pickle on something, I'd pick it off or something. So I've never been phased by pickle juice. But I think that's happened so often now, and now that I'm getting older, um, I think like I may like it. So I'm like, maybe I should eat one and just get
Well,
go
you know
for it.
what? I'm a big believer in even if you don't like it, at least you tried it, so you
Yeah,
know you don't like it.
yeah,
Life is short, man. You got to try everything that's out there, and
it's
I
good
feel like
advice.
food's the spice of life.
That's good advice, dude. I was gonna ask if there was any food you are afraid of. Like,
Okay, so one thing that I have not tried, and I don't think I will, unless like I have a friend that like has eaten this and eats it with me, is balut. Are you familiar with that? What that is?
balut,
Balut.
balut. Nah, man, I don't know what the
Okay,
hell that
so
is.
what balut is a Filipino food. It's basically an egg with the embryo already in it.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's raw.
Oh no.
And so that I don't know about. It's boiled, but when you actually like
Yeah, there's
crack the
feathers and
shell,
shit in there, man.
it has feathers, dude. It has feathers. So that I'm definitely like intimidated
Ugh.
by. Anything that's alive, I'm not really
Oh
into.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, not
Because
alive,
there
yeah.
are people on YouTube that eat a lot of crazy stuff but that's not really me. I'm
No.
actually eating stuff that I enjoy.
Yeah.
Okay, I just try to keep it like 100.
Well, that's what I like, dude. Let's see. I have one here, a different one of your videos that I'd like to oh, yeah, you aren't afraid of any food is what I wrote down here, and it says you probably weren't picky as a child, right? Not picky at
I
all.
was not. No, I was not. So basically, I've been a little. I was always a little fatty, so I
Yeah.
always ate a little bit of everything.
Okay, cool. Me too. Well, at least what I could. I had picky parents,
Okay.
so I actually didn't start trying. It's not an excuse. This is just the truth. I didn't. I didn't start trying foods till I was like 18, till I got out of the house. You
Oh,
know,
really?
once I
Okay.
turned
So
18 and I moved out, then it was like, oh, like
okay,
I'm discovering a whole. Plus, I had no money, so like when you
right,
have no money, you'll try whatever someone's got.
right.
Oh, that smells pretty good. I think I'll try it. So,
Oh man, there was a time where I was low on money around that age as well, 18
hmm
to 21, and I would sometimes even steal my food. So I'd go into the
yeah,
grocery store and steal like the bologna, the Oscar Mayers,
yeah.
and so I'd live on that, and it was pretty good. It was decent.
Oh yeah,
So I'm
dude.
not really picky.
Oh me. Well, yeah. I became a lot more unpicky because I love bologna. Let me tell you that.
Oh yeah, dude.
But
Instead of So here's a life hack that my friend put me on. Instead of just getting a
oh,
sandwich,
bologna
buy a
life hack.
roll,
Yeah.
buy a roll and a half a pound of bologna, and you'll be
Oh,
set.
dude, my friend Dirt over on Dirt over on House Assembly. He's obsessed with wanting to smoke a bologna log. So
Oh man, I haven't done that, but I've seen it on YouTube and it
yeah,
looks delicious.
yeah, we smoke a lot of meats. We love smoking meats out in the backyard. And
Oh, you have a smoker?
oh yeah, I got an Oklahoma Joe, big boy, back
Oh,
there.
nice, nice. Yeah, my friend, once he got his smoker, he smokes absolutely everything
Yeah, it's
all the
addicting.
time because
It's
it's Yeah, it is.
It's addicting. I was watching
Terrible.
videos of people smoking cheeses the other day. I was like, "Yo,
Oh, really?
you could smoke
Wow.
cheese." Like, yeah, and it,
So smoking is very like Eastern European. Like if you have your own house, usually they build like a chimney smokestack in back of their house,
yeah.
and there's always like salmon hanging and getting smoked. My dad makes his own sausages, so I grew up around that.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah.
No wonder you're always hungry.
Oh yeah, dude.
You
My
know?
dad's over there freaking always. So I grew up with my dad being the cook. He cooked all the time. He would do it to like de-stress from a long work day. He just enjoys the process. Whereas my mom, she would cook once in a while, but
Yeah.
her food tasted a lot better. I guess she's more precise. Whereas my dad is the
Yeah.
type of guy who would try all different things, like
The
make Chinese
experiments.
food,
Yeah.
experiment.
I do
Chinese
experiment.
food
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah, I do that too. Yeah, I guess that's kind of how my household is. Yeah, when Lori's cooking, it's a lot different from when I. I can tell you the major difference. Mine is always has something to do with me starting some sort of fire. I always want to start a fire and roast something, grill something. Uh, yeah, my grill gets a lot of use. Let's just say that.
Nice.
Like, you
Yeah.
know,
I just recently got a grill, so I've been firing it up. But like I grew up eating steaks almost weekly because we had a grill in our backyard.
yeah, yeah.
So we like grew up eating steaks and all these exotic foods.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't
So
grow up like that, but I'm trying to get my
yeah.
daughter. My daughter will grow up like that. You know, like that's how we do things. At least it's steaks and one thing though. Speaking of mom's home cooking that we don't have here is liver and onions.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, and I saw your video of you just actually that video was awesome because you had your mom in the video cooking the liver and I showing you the recipe. I thought it was an awesome video. You devoured the whole plate. Amazing. Uh, very stealth as always. But it's crazy because I grew up watching a cartoon called Doug, right?
Okay. I know Doug.
Yeah, you know Doug. Doug, old Doug Funny. There's an episode of there where he's like got to go over to someone's house and they're having liver and onions.
Uh-huh.
And
The
he's like,
shredded liver.
yeah, he's like liver and onions, and like I've always done that liver and onions thing, and like when I saw
Yeah.
you
People.
making a video, I was like, oh boy,
Oh
here it
man.
is.
It's either you like it or you don't. A lot of people,
Yeah,
especially the ones that never had it growing up, they can't even smell it. For
really.
me, like I said, I've had it since I was a child, so it's something that I got accustomed to really early on, and it's definitely not something that I would have often, but every once in a while, especially if I'm like dieting and I'm like starving, it's good to have. It has a lot of like healthy minerals in it and stuff like that.
Look,
So,
it didn't look, dude. It looks good. Like it,
oh yeah,
like
it looks good, but it's not the texture or the smell that people are used to. It has a very like coppery kind of gamey copper type of
oh, okay,
yeah,
like sucking on a
and the
penny.
meat,
All
yeah,
right, yeah,
exactly, and the meat is not like steak or chicken. It's like way softer. Like you could basically chew it without teeth. So it's
really.
definitely different.
Oh, dude, that's crazy. I didn't know that. It's just because like watching your video, I was getting hungry. I was like, "Oh, it's the dreaded liver and onions." And then I
Right,
started watching your video, and I was like, "Shoot!" Your mom was like putting it in the flour,
right,
and then in the oil and frying it up. And plus, I love onions, so I was like,
right.
you know what?
Well, liver is definitely a food that's not easy to make, just because you have to get it's simple looking, but it's hard to make it taste perfect because the oil has to be just right in heat,
Yeah, I
and you
saw.
don't want
Yeah,
to
that's right.
overcook it. It's almost like shrimp where it's real quick. Oil has to be real hot and it has to be done quickly because once you overcook it, it's like rubber.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
my mom could finesse it really well.
Yeah, that's gonna take some skill. I don't know if I have the skills to pay the bills.
Yeah, you'd
Peggy
have to
Hills on
probably
that one.
you'd,
Yeah.
you'd probably have to find a restaurant that has it, like some ethnic place. Like I think Greek people eat it as well. I had a Greek one of my Greek homegirls came over and we had liver, and she was actually excited about it. So
Oh, okay. There's a Greek place, I believe, Virginia
you never
Beach
know.
somewhere. Uh,
Where are you from? What area are you in?
right now I'm actually closer to you than I typically would be. We made a temporary relocation to South Carolina.
Oh, nice, man. South
Yeah.
Carolina is beautiful.
Yeah, I'm down here. It's a nice day today, dude. It's nice. It's a kind of a scorcher, kind of hot out there. My
Oh
face got
yeah.
some sun.
So
I'm red in the face because.
oh yeah. So basically, it's been in the 90s this entire week. So I'm
Oh
kind
yeah,
of, to be honest with you, I've been here for like almost a decade in Florida because I'm not originally from here, and
yeah.
I'm kind of getting over this heat, to be honest.
Oh really? You're a little. Where are you originally from?
I'm from New York City, born and raised.
Okay, wow, dude. I thought so, man. I was like, there's no way he talks like that, and he's from Florida.
Yeah, some people pick it up right away, and some people they're like, because I also have like a European accent. I believe some people hear
So
it.
yeah, I do. At
Yeah,
first I thought it was the blonde beard plus the accent.
right.
I was like, is he foreign? Like, is he like, you know what I mean? Not in a
Like
bad way. Yeah, yeah,
Scandinavian,
yeah. I was like,
something like a
yeah,
Viking. Right.
yeah. I was like, I don't know. It was like he sort of got like that Action Bronson thing going on too. Like maybe he's where's.
Okay, so yeah, Action Bronson,
Yeah,
he's a local legend. He grew up
yeah.
by where he actually currently lives where I
Albanian.
grew up.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he's
Albanian.
Albanian. Right.
So I was like, maybe he's Albanian. You know. Like
Yeah, I
and
get
from
that.
Queens, maybe they got a big
Oh yeah.
following in Queens. But dude, that's awesome. So what made you move down to Florida?
You know, I actually bought an investment property and I came down to fix it up. That way I could rent it. And I
Yeah,
just love being down here. I didn't have any attachments back in New York. My family is there,
yeah,
but I'm one of those independent people. I just like doing my own thing. I don't need
sure,
anybody attached to my hip. So
sure,
I just
sure.
love
We're the
the
same. Yeah.
lifestyle. I feel like the warm weather also brought out like a better mood in
Okay.
general out of me.
Yeah, I
Just
can get
because
that.
New York, the winters are long, long and gray.
Yeah,
So I like that about Florida. I also like the health and fitness like culture. Like Florida's big. There's so many gyms out here, so many
yeah,
nice gyms.
yeah.
So
I've noticed that about you, man. I've noticed that.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I love the gym.
Oh yeah, you. I think you had like a 24-hour video of you like hitting the gym and
I
yeah.
did, and you know what? It wasn't popular, and I'm thinking for two reasons. One reason, I'm just not a juice head, all muscular and looking perfect nowadays.
Yeah.
To put on any fitness kind of video, you have to look
Yeah,
next to
you're
phenomenal.
not Bradley Martin, huh? Like,
No, and I'm just like a regular guy that likes to work out. I have
yeah.
put in a lot of work, but
No, dude, you're freaking jacked, dude. What are you talking? I'm over here just like the doughiest physique you could possibly get. Like if you put us in a comparison, like side by side, and you asked somebody like which one was human, like that, I think you'd be surprised at the results. You know?
I mean, you're the human.
No, no. They'd say this is human. This. If you were to ask someone from a different planet, they'd say, "Oh, clearly this is the leader, right?" But yeah, dude, you look great, man. And I could tell, dude, and I could see why you would want to be down in Florida as opposed to being up in the, you know, cold weather New York City area.
Also New York City. I'm born and raised there. I've been there my entire life, so it's
Mm,
kind of like I'm a little bit over it. Like I know all the ins and outs. I used to
yeah,
take the subway and a bus to high school every day, so
yeah,
it's like I've seen it all. It's nice because the whole energy in Florida, the whole vibe, everything is completely different. So it's like a new experience. It's like I always said, it's like comparing an action movie to like I don't know, just something like a comedy. It's complete contrast, and I'm
okay,
enjoying this
yeah,
at this time in my life. I'm more mature, so I like kind of like the laid back lifestyle.
yeah.
So yeah,
Can I ask how old you are?
I'm 43.
Really? Okay, dude.
Right.
I was like I was trying to guess, and
Okay.
I guessed right. I get
Yeah,
well.
I'm up there.
I actually guessed. I was gonna be like I said 39. That's what I said.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I truly feel way younger.
Well, you seem
Every
way
time I
younger,
look in the
actually. You seemed
every
way
time I
younger.
look
Yeah.
in the mirror, I'm like, what the heck happened, man?
Like, dude, no, actually, you seemed way younger. Like, especially when I first started watching, I was like, okay, this is a young dude. Like, I'm 33, so I was like, this guy's got to be my age. Like,
Right.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, he's definitely my age. Um, yeah, dude, and even still, dude, like, I mean, you're in great shape. I've never exposed it, but we're both fellow balds. You know?
Okay. Why
Yeah.
don't you expose it if you don't mind me asking?
Well, at this point it's like a bit. It's like
Okay.
I was balding and like it was going, but I was always like covering. Like I still had hair, but I would always have a
Right.
hat. And
Right.
then eventually the head accessories became more and more. More
I got
bandanas,
you.
more hats. And I also like mixing it up. I like wearing the cranium accessories
Oh
and
yeah, different vibes, different hats. Yeah, it's
yeah.
definitely a
But I
vibe.
I also just I guess within the past few years recently started putting myself onto YouTube, and I was like, oh man, like I don't know, it's almost like a embarrassed thing. Like I can't be bald on YouTube, dude. Like
And look at me.
yeah,
And
and then
look at me.
yeah, that's what I was getting to. I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
and then I come across this guy who's just like super confident, super genuine, like, and it's all working perfect, dude. And maybe I'll start eating pickles. Maybe I'll take my hat off.
Oh yeah, man. It's worth a try. Why not? So with me, it's funny that you mentioned that. I started going. I noticed, like, I started going thin just on one side, like when I was around 21,
Shit.
and everybody told me I'm bugging. Like, no, you're
Yeah.
stop looking for issues, and I'm like, dude, I have eyes. Okay, they
Yeah.
work. I see it. So I was. That's when I like would grow my hair out. Like I mentioned, I always
Mm-hmm.
like try different looks. So I
Me
grew my
too.
hair out like long, and then because I grew up basically getting fades my whole life. Like that was like a New York thing. Every
Yeah,
Friday
yeah,
night you go get your hair faded so you look fresh for the weekend.
yeah,
So that was kind of my look. So it was always short. Once I noticed it was getting thin, you know how they usually give you the straight line up? It
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
straight anymore. I was like, oh no. So I grew my hair out. And then basically it got to a point where like, so I tried like the faux hawk, like in the
Oh,
front. That looked really good because it like kind of covered up a little bit.
okay.
So
So
that
so
worked
you
for me.
went. It was in the middle. Yours.
No, so mine was the receding hairline like
Okay.
this, you know,
Mine was too.
widow's peak.
Yeah, mine was too.
So
Yeah,
it
I
was
was
just coming back.
looking like early
Right.
'90s Bruce Willis, like
Basically.
yeah, like Count Chocula.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I
So
got
the
going
thing
on.
is, mine wasn't really like as dramatic. It was just enough where I was always trying to like hide it with my hair. And it got to a point where I saw photos of myself and I was like, this has got to go. It
Mm-hmm.
didn't look, I wasn't covering, I was only fooling myself at that point. So I was like, I just got to bring it down. And I remember the first time I shaved my head, my family was besides themselves. They were just like, whoa, they were like
yeah.
not feeling it at all, and I was like, well, that doesn't make me feel good. Like
Damn! Whoa, they hit you like that? Like,
they hit me like that. Yeah.
oh.
So I'm one of those people that kind of like, I don't know, I just don't listen to my parents, I guess. So I was just
Yeah. Well,
like,
that's
whatever.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and honestly, it gives me more of an intimidating look because I
Yeah,
don't,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So so
Dude, I
so
would be
then
scared to death of you if you were mad at me.
Nah, man, I'm soft in the middle, man. I'm soft on the inside.
Exactly. That's why it's so scary.
Nah. So yeah, so it came to a point where I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna embrace it. I shaved it, and I told myself this, right? I told myself, if there's gonna be a man that does well with women and is bald, why can't that guy be me?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I just embraced it, and then I just, it is what it is. And now I actually have shown my photo to people, and they're like, dude, you look better now.
Yeah, I've never
So,
seen you with hair. Never seen it. Never
right.
seen you with hair. Don't know if I need to, man. I
Nah,
can.
you don't need to.
Yeah, yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. Mine. I'll have a big reveal one day, and I'll make sure to give you all the credit. When I accept Hollywood, the new Hollywood Bald Award. So.
Yeah, man. I mean, look at there's so many famous people that do so well, and nobody ever says anything about their hair. You got The Rock, you had Bruce Willis.
Howie
There's a lot
Mandel.
of people who.
Howie Mandel.
Oh yeah, Howie Mandel now, right? See
Yeah.
him. It's like I'm so used to his Jerry curls.
Yeah, yeah, I know. He's
Remember
kind
when
of
he
a
had
he's
that?
kind of a fraud.
Yeah, exactly.
You
What?
know, he's
And
just
then
a germaphobe.
you know who else is? John Travolta.
Oh yeah, he's bald. That's right.
Yeah, I can't believe he embraced it. So I
Yeah,
mean,
he looks
it,
terrifying. You're right.
I just look at it too as like we're all imperfect humans. You know, my
Yeah, yeah,
imperfections
yeah,
right there, and
yeah.
it is what it is.
Mine went the same way. Mine went the same way. I actually was trying different things too. I actually did the same thing. Grew my hair out long, right? And I would like kind of swoop it over,
Right,
so it was like in my face a lot, or like,
right.
and then I grew it really long, and then I remember being like, you know what? I'm just gonna shave my head completely bald one day. Like I'm gonna
Okay.
shave it down with a buzzer, just a regular buzzer. So I buzzed my head, and I was bald, and then it did not grow back like in the
Really?
like where it was thin in the center, it just like was not growing at the rate that like the sides was growing, and I was just
Right.
like, oh shit.
You sure it wasn't growing, or it was growing, but it was so thin that it just
Yeah,
looked like it wasn't
it was
growing?
just, yeah, it was just so thin that it just didn't look like, because I mean, even now if I don't shave my head for a few days, I mean, I get, there's fuzz there, but it just doesn't grow as fast as the stuff on
Right.
the sides. So I end up with like the George Costanza, and it's like,
Right.
I'm not I don't want any
So
piece.
it's basically the same with me. If I don't
Yeah,
shave, it gets fuller here. Like you could see it's darker here. That's
yeah,
because
yeah,
there's strong hair follicles there, and it's
yeah,
just super light in the middle. And it does grow. It's
yeah,
just way too light for me to hold on. It's gone.
yeah, dude, yeah. Screw it, man, it's gone.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come out of the bald closet, you know.
Yeah, whatever makes you feel good. I just felt like I was covering it up, and I'm not that type of
Yeah,
person. You
I
know?
don't I don't have it on all the time. This is mainly just for YouTube purposes. Like when I'm just like when I was outside earlier, I was like, I can't. I would have a really weird tan line on my head if that was the case.
Right.
So yeah, I try not to get. I've had that's happened
And I
before. So
mean, your wife embraces it, so I mean that's
yeah, well,
all
she
that
met me with
matters.
hair. She met me with hair. So she's had no choice but to embrace it. You know.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So,
But I didn't have a beard then either. You know. I was so. You
oh
know,
yeah,
look,
they love the
I've
beard.
I've changed the look up quite a few times. Yeah, and with you can do all sorts of things with the facial hair.
Right.
So
And to
yeah,
me, it's you know what? It's almost weird when people have the same look their entire life. I'm just like, what?
yeah,
You're married to like one look?
that is weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
all my
I
friends
mean,
always
now
look different.
like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, you look in a mustache, in a beard, all this, all whatever, you know?
yeah. You gotta switch it up, dude. I was thinking about switching it up just recently. Lori wasn't into it though. Lori wasn't
Oh
into,
yeah.
but Clams and Dirt were like, do it,
What
man.
are you gonna do?
I was gonna do so I've never not had like Lori's never seen me without a mustache. So that is
Okay.
to make your point valid there. Lori's never.
But without a mustache, were you gonna keep the beard like you're Amish, huh?
No, see, I would keep the mustache. Keep the mustache. Get
Oh,
rid
okay.
get rid of the chin and the soul patch area, and keep the chops too as well.
Oh, damn, chop it up.
yeah, so it's very so I look like I don't know, like Dale Earnhardt,
Yeah.
like early Dale Earnhardt or some
Right,
shit. Yeah.
right. Or like a hockey player from like the
Yeah, yeah.
early 80s.
Yeah, dude. I
Well,
look.
the mustache look is really in right now.
Yeah, it is. It is, and it's almost like annoyingly in.
Yeah.
Too many people have got it, and I'm like, all right, too many mustaches going around. Maybe I should
Well,
just.
that's how I used to feel about the beard.
Yeah.
'Cause the beards have been in for the last like 20 years.
Oh, I
When
know,
was
dude.
growing up in the 90s, it was not in at all. But once the 2000s hit, everybody had a beard all of a sudden. But then I was just like, once I grew it, everybody else was complimenting me. So I was like, you know what? because I'm not a beard type of person at all.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like my face shaven, but everybody likes me with a beard. So
Yeah, yeah. I get that sometimes too. Like when mine's too short. Like we're do you got a dimple there as well? See, I've got a big dimple as well.
Yeah, I
Like
got.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Me too. So yeah, look at that, dude. We're just the same guy. Look at us.
right,
See, guys, we're the same. See what I'm saying? Look at
right.
this. But yeah, dude. I've thought about mixing it up, but also I'm just lazy. I hate shaving. I hate it, dude. I always get bumps and stuff. I've had just
Oh,
recently had to learn to start like shaving my head every day.
oh yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, dude. People don't realize how high maintenance it is once you start shaving your head.
Yes,
I
dude.
have to shave it basically if I want this look, which I don't want to be married to that, to that chore of
Yeah,
shaving every 3 days. So I kind of like let it go for about a week and then just like shave for the weekends or if I'm like
yeah,
going on a date,
yeah. I was
like
doing it every day when I first started, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna yeah. I think I'm running on
right,
like 4 or 5 days now.
right,
You
yeah,
know,
same deal. It's super
yeah,
high maintenance.
yeah, and you're in desperate need for your own bathroom. Let me tell you, if you are
Oh
sharing a
yeah, yeah.
bathroom with anyone, uh,
Oh yeah, you got hair everywhere.
yeah. And I was like, could you imagine if I shaved my face too? Like, good lord,
Yeah,
like,
so now I have the little, like the little bathroom garbages. I put it in the sink and I just lean over it. Helps a
oh
lot.
yeah, yeah. I've got the old towel method where
Okay,
I literally tape the towel to the mirror and then
I know what you're talking about.
droop it
Yeah,
over
you
the
use like
sink.
an
Yeah,
apron.
yeah, yeah. Droop it over the
Yeah,
sink. It
yeah, that
somehow
works.
it doesn't work. Not for me. I don't know,
Yeah,
dude. You know what else doesn't work for me? I could be eating anything.
and you mess up your shirt.
Yes, dude. Like, what is my deal, man? Like anything. Like it doesn't matter what it is. It could be something that's not messy at all, and that shit's on my shirt. Like,
Oh yeah, man. Same, same. Whenever
yeah.
I eat before I go out, I'll take my shirt off and actually eat with no shirt on.
Oh yeah, I do it at home. Like if I'm
Yeah.
like I was eating spaghetti the other night, and I was like, I gotta pop my shirt off for this.
Oh, absolutely. I haven't had spaghetti in a long time, man.
Oh, dude, yeah. I've never seen you eat pasta
Yeah,
or Italian, really.
yeah, I have not yet. There's so much out there. That's what makes my channel. I feel, to me personally,
Yeah,
that's why I'm so excited about it. I guess that's why I'm passionate about something just as simple as food. Is there's so much out there, And for me, I'm not the type that actually has a favorite. It's what
yeah,
I'm in the mood for at the moment.
yeah. It's
So
a never ending
never ending.
saga that you can
Right.
be a part of over on the Brave Belly YouTube channel, dude.
That's right. That's right. If your viewers haven't seen it, I invite them to.
Oh man, I hope your viewers see me at some point, man. That'd be awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I would love for our worlds to meld there. They already sort of have a few times
Yeah, man,
with the whole
that'd be
Arby's
awesome.
thing. But
Maybe
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe sometime if you're in town, we could do a collab.
Oh, dude, that'd be awesome, man. That's pretty far down there in Florida.
Yeah, it is.
That
But you never
is.
know. You
Yeah, you
never
never
know. The
know.
world. Yeah.
You do never know. Like I never expected to be here in South Carolina. I'm Virginia based, Virginia
Oh,
Beach.
are you?
Yeah,
Oh,
Virginia
cool.
Beach.
The last time I was out there, I was a little boy. We went out there for Christmas, and we were on the beach actually,
Yeah,
like watching all the Christmas lights and stuff like that. So with all, I
yeah.
went to see the haunted house out there.
Oh
Been a
yeah.
while,
Oh yeah. That's probably like a make your own T-shirt store now.
probably, probably. How
Yeah.
are those? Because I got a vibe that a lot of these beach areas, like the little beach towns or whatever, has definitely fallen off. Is it nice?
Yeah, it's nice still. I would say.
Well, that's
I would say Virginia Beach. There's still more going on. It's one of the more popular ones, I think. Just like
yeah.
coastally. I mean, you got Pharrell who brings something in the water festival there.
Okay.
There's always festivals and there's
Well,
always
that's good.
events going on down there. I like to stay more inland. I love the beach, but when we're living there, I like to stay more inland. Let's stay in the
Well,
Chesapeake
yeah.
area or stay
Stay out
somewhere.
of the tourist areas, of course. I get
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I work in the
Yeah, a
tourist
lot
area.
of like
Work in the tourist areas.
where I grew up, like Coney Island, for instance, it's so ghetto out there. I mean, there's constantly stuff going on because it does get touristy, but there's a lot of locals too.
Yeah.
And Coney Island is straight in the hood,
Oh
like
shit,
so.
really?
Yeah, straight up in the hood. So
I've
you
never
can't
been to
just
New
walk.
York, dude. I've never
Oh
been.
no, man. Yeah, it's
No.
definitely worth a try at least once in a while. A lot of people that go to New York from smaller cities, they actually don't like it at all, man. They're overwhelmed with so much going on, people walking on top of
Yeah.
each other, jaywalking, all the honking and everything, all the rats in the subway. But if you go for a short time, especially in the winter where you don't have to shovel snow, you just fly in, stay in a hotel, it could be beautiful, man. If you especially if you stay around Midtown Manhattan and see all like the nice expensive stores, and it's a cool experience.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I definitely want to check it out at some point in my life. At no point, I like all that chaos kind of here down in
Well,
here in South Carolina. We're kind of away from it. Like
right.
even when we weren't in the touristy areas, we're in a very popular area. So it's a big military area as well. Norfolk, Virginia Beach,
Right,
huge
right.
military base. So there's tons of people like every neighborhood you go to.
It's
So
a
it's
Navy base, right?
yes.
Right,
It's a Naval Air Force base, I believe.
right.
Yes. You've never served in the military? Because you
No, I have
sometimes
not. I
some
have not. You
I
know
think I
what?
was like
People
fooled
always,
myself at one point and thought you did or something.
right. People always ask me. So basically, I grew up being like infatuated with like military stuff. I was just that boy. Like I always played with like
How
toy
did they not
guns.
get you, dude? If you loved it, then
You
how
know
did they
what?
not
They
get
almost
you?
got me. So they almost got me. I was like ready to go, and I think I got into some trouble as like an 18-year-old. Like I
Yeah.
don't know if it was I got into a fight or something like that, but basically, and it was at the recruiting moment. So I'm actually, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm actually happy that happened
Yeah.
just because the way things turned out in my life. And I have friends that have served in the military,
Yeah.
and I'm not really jealous. You know, I just like to watch military things, and
Yeah. Hey, dude, that's awesome, man. I got no issue with that. Uh,
yeah, I appreciate our military and whatever
yeah.
what our service members do for us. You know, definitely grateful. But I don't. You know what?
Yeah.
I'll be also honest with you. I don't think I'm too cut out for the military. I'm a big dude, dude. I'm 6'4", 270. Okay.
Yeah.
So first off, if I go out into like infantry, I'll be the first one they're aiming at.
Yeah, dude, you can spot you from a mile away.
Exactly, exactly. So
Yeah,
no,
true. Yeah. No. Yeah. Eat those rations at home, dude. Eat
exactly.
that. Eat those rations at home, man. Yeah,
Where I can
dude.
enjoy them.
Yeah, they've almost gotten a few people I know, but I also know a few people who've gone in,
Right.
and like you said, I'm not jealous, man. Some of the stuff you hear, I'm like, whoa, okay, that's
Right. Yeah. I
crazy,
mean,
man.
especially, I'll be honest with you, the biggest turnoff for me was just committing for so long
Yeah,
for such little pay. Though it's just
yeah,
ridiculous how little they pay you. And for me, as an 18-year-old, I had bright eyes for getting out there, making
yeah,
money.
yeah,
My father is a businessman,
yeah,
so I grew up around like that kind of spirit. So I had that in me, and I just
yeah.
didn't want to be broke.
Yeah, dude. Well, you made the right choices, I think. And then, when did you start your YouTube channel? When did?
A year ago, literally, it's been a
Really?
year, like a month ago. Yeah, and I did
Oh
take a month
shit!
off, so about 11 months. Yeah,
Dude, that's so fast, man.
it
That
is
is
fast.
that is so fast. I've been on YouTube with this channel making content. Well, I would say seriously making content for probably a year now. We've been doing the podcast and stuff for going on 4 years. But
Nice.
I've been on YouTube such a long time, but I've never. I would just say I've just recently been putting myself out there, my name out there. I've never been one to really. I never really liked being in front of the camera. I always liked making the videos, putting the videos together. editing. I always liked, the sound part of it,
Right.
making the background music for it, doing
That's cool.
whatever.
See, I'm the complete opposite. For
Yeah.
me, if I get in front of the camera, I feel comfortable. But
Really?
all
Yeah.
the editing and working on a computer, man, if I
Yeah.
could avoid that forever, I will.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. Some of it I don't like. Like, I don't really like if I'm making a skit or something. We used to try to make skits,
Uh huh.
like, but when those were big on YouTube
Right.
and stuff. But like a lot of people, are format molded into like a not. I wouldn't even call them podcasts. I don't call our shows podcasts. Really, what we do. Um, it's not a podcast. There's no like format. It's kind of all over the place. It's changed formats. Our show, because I'm in South
Yeah.
Carolina now. We do this over Discord at the
Right.
moment because Clams and Dirt are still back in Virginia Beach. So,
Right.
but we used to all be together and do it all in the same room, and it
Okay.
would just be a hangout format. But we've done that, I guess, like, yeah, 4 years now, and you got to really have a niche, have something to get those clicks, to get whatever it may be, and you got it, dude, because in a year, that is amazing, dude. That is, I started watching, I swear it was like 3K when I started watching. I wish I had like
Wow.
screenshotted something at some point,
I wonder
but
when that was. I don't recall when I hit 3K, but see, for me, um, I thought about starting like a eating channel literally over a decade ago, but
yeah,
I just didn't feel confident at the time as far as the format. What should I talk about? Should I say anything or just eat?
yeah,
It just wasn't lining up at the time how I should do it. Also, I didn't know the proper way to film, so I was kind of intimidated by the whole thing.
sure,
And so what happened is one day I actually saw my neighbor filming in his backyard, and I started through my window. I was like, "What is this guy doing?" He had some music playing. He had like a weird cape on, and he's being all silly
yeah,
on the camera. And this is a man that's older than me. He was like in his 50s, but one of those Big Lebowski, like, cool for his age kind of guys.
yeah, yeah.
And so, like, I guess I heard him say the name of his channel. And I looked him up. I don't recall off the top of my head. I wish I did, but it was just super silly. Like, he had a made up pop song and he was singing and dancing. And I was like, well, this guy could do it. I have to give it a try, man. I have to. And so yeah, the first one I did, it just right away, I got all these, likes and comments. And I was just like, well, okay, I got something buzzing here.
Yeah,
Let me keep
something was
going.
taken off. Yeah.
Right. And see, so for me, I also planned it a little bit. I kind of did some homework and I wanted to do something that's not too much of my time because I still have a full-time job. I don't really have time to edit. Where, if I could do this full time, I definitely will commit to editing slightly more. But I think people like the format of just keeping it simple. It
Yeah.
almost makes them they're FaceTiming with a friend instead of just like highly produced. Because now there's so much of that. The thumbnails, they'll use AI for
Oh,
thumbnails,
yeah, I hate that.
and it's starting to all look the same. It looks good, but it's all looking the same, and it's
Mhm.
working for me. So I'm kind of like wary about changing it up.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't when it comes to like, basing it off like your thumbnails and stuff like that. They're very, I mean, I think simple is better. I've always
Right.
thought that, like, too much going on. It's like, what is that? I try to put a lot into it when it's something funny, maybe. But yours are kind of like super simple. They're super focused on one item, whether it be you're reviewing Filipino food or a MRE. And I really like the MRE thumbnails you got. It's just you with the MRE and then like where it's from, like the flag. Yeah, no, the Discord crashed on my end.
Oh, oh, okay.
Yeah, Discord crashed on my end. So guess what, dude? Looks like I'm gonna be editing.
Well, all you have to do, yeah, it's just two part. It's no big
Yeah,
deal.
yeah,
But also, yeah, as far as what we were talking about, as far as
yeah,
editing, I do feel like I could um just make things go a lot faster and not have as long videos. Just cut a lot of my filler words and all that stuff.
Nah, man, nah. I like that part.
Yeah, so it's definitely like up in the air. I kind of like it too, and it's easier for me. So,
Yeah, I like it, dude. Like the
but
whole setup or whatever. Like it's pretty hard what you're doing. You're having to keep everything in front of you, and so a lot of
yeah,
times you got a shitload of food, and
right,
different items, and especially with the MREs, you're sitting there lighting up a torch and cooking it right there. So,
right,
yeah, that's
yeah. And I do like that, man. I got a flat top griddle now that fits perfectly in the camera, and
yeah.
I got to look up all the foods I can make live. That's gonna be fun.
Oh
So I'm
snap!
literally gonna be chefing it up like
Omelet,
hibachi up there,
omelet mukbang.
basically. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude. That'll be awesome, dude. I'm really looking forward to that. Well, let me get to the other questions I got if I wrote any
sure.
down.
Fire them off, bud.
Well, we covered a lot of it. I try to be. I think I compared myself to Larry King when we were talking earlier.
Right.
I try to be prepared and write actual questions, but I have fun just talking, dude. Like,
Yeah.
that just seems it. I don't know. It seems more genuine. It seems more real than
Absolutely.
hitting
Like,
the
yeah.
YouTube questions.
Right.
But yeah, we covered most of this, dude. Yeah. What's your least favorite food and why is it Arby's? No, I'm just kidding.
Arby's. I was just never into roast beef, and that's
Yeah, you're not
all
a
I have
roast
to
beef
Arby's.
head. You famously said you're not a
Exactly.
roast beef head.
So my dad freaking loves roast beef, man. So it was always around.
Ah, yeah. Me and your
My
dad
dad's
are
one
a
of
lot
those.
alike.
So yeah, so I feel like I think his genetics is what gave me an appetite, man. Because when he talks about something that he can't wait to have, I mean the man salivates.
Oh, dude.
So
It's
and he
making me
likes a lot
salivate
of
right now.
yeah, he likes a lot of like random food, man. My dad, he'll catch like salmon, and then when he's preparing it, so it'll have like the caviar in it, wild caught caviar. He'll empty it out, put salt on it on bread, and eat it. That's hardcore, dude.
Bro, that is hardcore. I've never even had caviar.
Yeah, he'll have it raw, like straight out the gut, man. And then I've seen him
Whoa.
eat it. Like we'd go fishing, and we didn't have a knife for some reason. We just had a fishing pole because we had the worm, so we didn't really need a knife. This man ate a kiwi just with the skin and everything, like an apple.
Whoa, I saw that you could
Like,
do that. I saw someone do that before. Where did I
yeah,
see that?
I've never heard of that until I
I've got
see
some
my dad.
kiwis downstairs. I do. I've got some kiwis. I don't think I want to eat that rind
Oh, dude,
though.
a furry, exactly, a furry ass skin, man. It's weird.
Yeah, that's not a
And
good.
this man ate it like an apple. My dad definitely has like manly attributes to him. That's for sure.
Yeah, like what you doing, peeling the skin off? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. He's the guy that if we're driving and I eat an apple and I'm holding the core,
Yeah.
he'd be like, "Just give me that shit," and he'll eat my core from the apple. Not now as a grown up, but as a kid, I remember he used to do that.
Whoa,
Hardcore,
dude, that is hardcore as
right?
hell. Don't waste that
Maybe
core.
that's
Don't waste that
maybe
core, boy.
basically, yeah. Maybe it's part of his upbringing
Yeah, I
in
mean probably.
Poland, I guess. Because I mean, he grew up when it was still under communist influence. So
Okay.
they actually had rations. They had little, stipends where they could go get their food. And so maybe it
Whoa.
had to do. He never mentioned anything about like being hungry though, or it wasn't terrible at all. But
Yeah.
I mean, you're limited to your options. That's the only
Yeah, it's
thing.
not terrible. You're just eating apple cores, man.
Basically,
Yeah,
just
man.
bread, apple cores, milk.
Apple cores are good. I mean, it's not the
You know,
worst thing in the world to eat. I
I
guess.
heard the seeds are terrible for you. I heard it has like some kind of poisonous chemical in them, especially peach seeds. If you break the shell of a peach and there's like an almond shaped like nut in there,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
apparently it's like almost like cyanide or something. Like it's very highly toxic and
Really?
poison.
I don't like peaches, so I
Oh, really? You don't like juicy peaches, man?
Ah, no, it's one of my least favorites, I think, of the fruits.
Wow. Yeah, I like
Like,
bananas also.
oh, dude, I love bananas.
They're bomb.
Dude, we just recorded
How do you like them? You
and
like them
I'll tell you how I
partially
don't
raw?
like them. I don't like them on bread with mayonnaise, was because that's how
I've heard of that. I never tried it though.
I just tried it this past Tuesday, and
And
it
it
was
tastes like nothing, right? It just
you
tastes like
take
bread and
yeah.
mayo.
It honestly it made me just wish I had a banana.
Right. I hear you.
I was like, there's
You,
two. Yeah, it's the bread. It's not a
it
good.
doesn't go.
Nah. It made me want to. The bread. The smell of bread made me want like a cold cut, like a sandwich.
Right.
And then they're like, but it's just banana. And then there's like the smell of mayonnaise too, which makes me also want like a cold
Cold
cut.
cut.
Yeah, like
Jeez.
I want a deli sandwich now, and there's just banana in here. So I almost feel like, yeah, I definitely wasted a banana. Like,
How do you like your bananas? Green or brown? Or right
uh,
in between? Like let's say your yellow banana, right? I mean, obviously that's mostly everybody's favorite, but let's
yeah.
say it's not ripe yet. Would you eat that, or are you gonna wait?
I mean, I would eat that, but don't just raw, like the out the thing,
Just
like
like, okay, so I have friends that like it when it's like still slightly green, and to me it's gross, man. It smells like grass, and it's just
what?
crunchy. I don't like my banana. I rather them almost like turning brown.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna,
like them softer.
yeah, and
Typically, and even when they turn brown and get bruised, Lori will use them in breads. We like make breads, banana
oh,
breads.
that's awesome. Does she
Um,
bake?
yeah, she bakes. Big into the cookbooks. Who was it? Mary Berry, Dolly Parton.
Oh man,
All those Southern
oh,
style.
Dolly Parton has a cookbook.
Oh yeah, dude. She's got a whole. She's you name it. If it's Southern, she makes something
That's
out of it.
cool.
You know,
That's
like
cool. Yeah, I'm a fan of Dolly Parton. Definitely a big fan.
oh yeah, we love her
I
around
didn't
here. I
get
got
into
yeah,
her till I moved down south, but
yeah. We've got pictures of her on the wall. As you see, the clock behind me back here. Actually, that's Reba McEntire.
uh-huh. So you guys are really into that country.
No, not at all. Actually, we don't like country
No,
music.
no.
Yeah, no, we don't. It's
But
funny.
it's definitely a big southern vibe.
Yeah, man, we just like Reba, like for liking Reba, you know.
That's
And
cool.
same thing with like NASCAR, dude. I just recently got into NASCAR for
Oh
like
yeah.
within the past well, I guess since I met Lori. She watched it, so I was like,
Okay.
and her family
Yeah, my
watched it. So,
coworker is
yeah.
obsessed, man. He sends me stuff about NASCAR all the time. And not only NASCAR, but Formula One. He likes even, I don't know what they're called, the funny cars, I think, the ones that go on mud
Oh yeah,
with like
those
the
are cool.
slanted
Yeah.
roof. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've got a
yeah,
favorite
I want to
driver
go.
and
I
everything
want to
now.
see.
Yeah.
I want to see Daytona 500 next year.
Oh, look at this. I got the Daytona 500 winner from 2 years
Nice,
ago. This is my favorite driver, Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
nice.
And
What car is that? What does he have on there?
this isn't my favorite car of his. I can tell you that. This is the one he won with, but this is a Cottonelle car. Good old
Okay,
Cottonelle toilet paper.
now.
My favorite car, and Kroger on the hood, big Kroger on the hood. He's got a lot of cool cars. He switches it up every week, it seems, like with the sponsorships.
Know about the Jordan team, the 23?
Michael Jordan's team?
Michael Jordan's
Yeah.
NASCAR.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, he's in there. Joe Gibbs is in there. He's got a big race team. The reason I liked Ricky Stenhouse, though, is because we were watching NASCAR, and my friend Dirt loves it. Lori loves it. I don't really know anything about it,
I
but
don't know.
I do now. But we were watching it, and I was just trying to pick I was like, how do you pick a favorite driver? Like, how do you pick it's
Right,
like picking a football team. How do you do that?
right.
And we were watching it, and at one point, my friend Dirt just like halfway, whenever he reads something off the TV, he like halfway, like he reads like the first syllable, and then he makes up the rest.
That's
As in-
pretty cool.
yeah, so he saw Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and he's like, Ricky. He called him Ricky Steakhouse, and I was
That's awesome.
and I was like, oh, so I thought that was his name, like Ricky Steakhouse. and I was like, I'm rooting for Steakhouse, like.
Oh, heck yeah.
And it wasn't
Yeah.
until later I realized his name was Ricky Stenhouse, and I was like, okay, well, he's my favorite. And then,
Man, it always keeps things interesting when people got wordplay like that.
yeah,
I
yeah,
like
Dirts is accidental most of the time. Dirts is accidental most of the time. But yeah, that's how he became my favorite driver there, is because I was like, oh, Ricky
Yeah, I don't know
Steakhouse.
too much. So when you watch your NASCAR, you watch it from start to finish. Are you like locked in? Or are you
No.
also drinking and snacking? Like, what's the
Yeah.
vibe like?
Yeah, like tomorrow. It comes on Sundays at normally
Uh huh.
3 o'clock. You
Okay.
know, I'm a weekend man. I work Monday through Friday, so like on Sundays, that's the last day. I like to kick back and relax, dude. I usually start like the NASCAR takes up like pretty much the whole day, kind of, because you start your day kind of preparing what I'm gonna make for to eat during NASCAR.
That's fun. I love that.
You know
See,
that.
that's a real good Sunday for me.
Yeah, that's ideal for me. Yeah,
Right. So my NASCAR friend is the
yeah,
one that he'll wake up super early and just start smoking something.
yeah, yeah.
And he's sending me pictures of like wings and
Yes,
pork loins and I don't
yes.
know, bacon wrapped foods, and then he can't wait for his NASCAR. Once that starts, that's where he's enjoying his food. So that's a good way to spend Sunday.
Dude, yes, it's my favorite way to spend Sunday. Ideally, like, and NASCAR keeps it going all year round because, like, we love football too. So we were watching, football on Sundays. Sometimes pay-per-views. If there's a wrestling pay-per-view, I'll watch those on Sundays too.
Oh
So
yeah.
I have full Sundays,
Have you
a
ever
lot of
been to a
times.
wrestling match?
Oh yeah, man, I've been to a lot of WWE, a lot of
Oh really?
yeah, and independents as well. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I saw in one of your I think it's your last video you were talking about a lot of independent
Oh,
wrestling. Yeah,
we
I
got a
went
pro
to
wrestling show on here. I do a
yeah,
show with my brother. Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah, I went to a WWF match. I went in actually Madison Square Garden when I was a boy. I asked my dad
Ooh.
to take us. He took us. It was awesome. Um, it was the fight where Hulk Hogan picked up Earthquake like about this
Oh
high.
shit, earthquake.
Remember him?
Yes, dude. Yes. Dude.
So I mean I had all the little toys. I had the ring. I was obsessed with wrestling as a child. That was like my thing. I always was interested in like hyper masculine stuff since a little kid, like military wrestling. And then once I hit puberty, I was like playing hockey, and then I was just
Okay,
obsessed.
sick.
So, but yeah,
Okay.
wrestling. My favorite was I loved Hulk Hogan. I loved Ultimate Warrior. I remember we had a party with all my friends to watch that
Yeah.
match. Yeah, so you were probably in diapers still when that happened, huh?
Yeah, man. If I was
I think it
even
was like
there.
'93, maybe.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
90. I'm 91.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you were in diapers basically.
Yeah, yeah. I was born the last year the Washington Redskins won the Super Bowl. So,
I remember that game.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that game, man.
Yeah.
The '90s were such a different freaking experience.
Oh yeah,
Wow,
dude.
man. They
Yeah.
were they were slightly aggressive too, especially in New York. There was still a lot of that leftover culture from the crack epidemic from the
Yeah.
'80s. It was hyper like yeah, a lot of ghetto.
Yeah, and then they were like, "Here's AOL chat rooms. Y'all have fun."
Right, right. That was like the peak of hip hop too, I believe, in
Oh
my
yeah,
personal.
well, 100%, dude. It was.
Wu Tang. My first album ever was Wu Tang Clan.
Oh yeah, dude. You got to think the '90s was also pumped. Like if you were big in hip hop, you had a movie coming out too. Like you
Yeah,
had, yeah. It was huge.
Above the Rim.
Like
Yeah, there's so many. Fresh. I don't know what years they were, but yeah, it was back in the day.
yeah, the good old day when I had no responsibility and
Oh yeah, I miss those days, man.
I could just be a kid, and not have to worry about anything. But now I've.
Although I'll be honest with you, I was happy to be done with school. I was one of them kids that just
Oh yeah, me too.
I
Me
couldn't
too.
wait to be done.
Me too. I made a mistake and was like, I'm gonna go to college. And then I like went to college, and it was paid for my first semester. And then the second semester, they were like, "Yeah, your first semester was paid for. You're gonna have to like cough up some dough." And I was like, "Oh, well, I'm not gonna pay to go to school. What?" I was like, "I'm not doing it then." So I just stopped going. I did like one semester of college, and that was it, man. I was like, I gotta
Man,
make money.
right. I feel you. I met a lot of really smart, successful people that have never been to college. So,
Oh yeah, my dad's a prime example. I mean, he did use military, but my dad is one of the only people, like within the FAA that didn't go to college. So,
oh, so your father's a pilot?
no, he's a radar tech.
Oh, okay. That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's a hard career to get into, I was told.
yeah, dude. Like, yeah, it is a hard career. Like, he used to when I was a kid, I used to go to his office, and he worked on a giant golf
Right.
ball.
Like,
It was like a
yeah.
golf ball
Oh,
thing
that's
on top of a
awesome.
mountain. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, yeah.
We
So
lived in Roanoke,
apparently,
Virginia, growing up. I don't know if you've ever been out that way. Roanoke, Virginia, like
no,
the
not there.
Appalachian Mountains. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So he's tech savvy, I guess, huh?
Yes, very tech savvy, very math savvy. Everything,
Exactly.
everything I'm not capable of.
So
He's
yeah,
very good at.
I was intrigued and I did some research about like that line of work. And so yeah, apparently you have to be like very cool under stress, really good at math,
Mm-hmm.
multitask,
Yeah,
and it
dude.
pays well apparently. So
Yeah, he's not bad off. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, he got in there without going to school. Um, it's all about making money for some people, and that's
well,
the
yeah,
it's the life I
especially
chose.
he got a good he chose a good career within the military. That's the plus. If you get into something good that
Hmm.
you could use after you get out.
Yeah, yeah, that is the plus actually. Yeah, because as a kid, he worked for getting straight out of the. He didn't get it right away, so he worked for Norfolk Southern. He worked for the railroad for
Okay.
the longest time. So, but yeah, then eventually got on with the FAA. I mean, he's been with the FAA probably since I was like 10 years old. So, you know,
Nice. Nice.
yeah.
Have you been intrigued by like that whole career or totally
No, I
opposite?
never considered military ever once in my life.
Okay. Yeah, I was
Ever.
also
Yeah.
into like model airplanes, jet fighters, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Flying
I
airplanes.
was a little skateboard rat. I was
Oh,
like
okay.
just like probably just disappointing my dad left and right. Like I love
Oh man, I listen. I let me tell you this story. I used to be a skater as well, and then I remember. I think I
Oh
was like,
shit.
yeah. So I was 21, and I had a skateboard, and my dad looked at me one day when I was walking out with my deck, and he goes, "When I was your age, I had you." So basically, he looked down at me like,
Yeah.
"What are you doing with a freaking skateboard? Put
What would
that
he
shit
what would
down."
he think about me out there now at 33
I was like, "Damn."
trying to still do what I
But
used to do?
it's a whole different mindset. He's not American, so
Yeah, it's
he
true.
looks at the world differently. He grew up in different times. So
Dude eats fucking apple cores, bro.
basically,
Yeah. It's hardcore, man. Eating apple cores. Say no to skateboarding. I love it,
I
dude.
like that Natty Light hat, man. That's pretty awesome. Natty Light is actually not bad at all.
No, I love it. It's my beer of choice. I love it. It's my favorite beer.
How about Bush?
I like Bush too. I like
Yeah,
Bush too.
Bush is not bad.
I'm just not a Bud Light guy. I can't do Bud Light. I don't know. I just never liked
You know
it.
what I've been drinking lately? Well, I don't drink often at all, but when I like to have a beer with food sometimes, I like
Modelo.
Modelo.
Oh, I knew it. Yeah, I like the Mexican beers too. I like Modelo, Tecate. Uh,
Tecate is good. Then they
yeah,
have this one. It's called Soul. It's like
yeah,
a
yeah. I've had Soul.
yeah. That's
Mm-hmm.
pretty good.
Dude, hell yeah. I like all of those beers. I'm not really a hater on beer. So I mean, I do like a nice beer. Um, but yeah, I noticed you don't drink too often. I think you
Yeah.
had the Modelo. What were you? You just had one recently where you had I
Probably
watched
with the lobster roll.
the
That's what it
lobster
was.
rolls. That's right. There you go.
Oh, so you were saying you never had a lobster roll, huh?
No, yeah, you're
I'm
right. I've never. Yeah,
surprised, especially you were,
I'm
being
out
in
there.
Virginia
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I mean, I've had
But it's
lobster.
not big out there, right?
No, not really. You got to go a little further
Yeah.
up. You got to go further
Yeah,
up.
exactly.
Yeah. So I've had lobster and like I've had crab. I actually love seafood. Like seafood is like that's top tier for me right now.
Oh yeah.
Like I love seafood.
Yeah, I
Um,
grew up eating all that stuff. Oysters,
dude,
clams,
yeah,
all
I didn't try
kinds
an
of
oyster until I was like 28 years old,
yeah. And
and
it's
I was
hard it's
like,
hard to
I was,
it's hard to
I
tell.
loved it, dude. I loved it. I had it
Did you
fried.
really?
Yeah, I had it fried first, like a fried oyster, and I was like, oh, I was like, okay. And then I was at a party one night, and I was working late night at a bar, and went to after bar party, and there was oysters being steamed on the grill, I guess. Like they were just like sitting open faced on the grill,
Right.
and yeah, I tried them there. I'm not gonna lie, I was hammered. I was hammered. But I started eating those oysters, and I remember being like, the next morning I was like, I think I liked those. And then I had them again with a sound mind, and I was like, dude, I love these. Like,
Well, that's awesome,
what was
man.
I afraid of? Like,
And that just goes to show you never know until you try it.
yeah. Sashimi
Yeah, but
too, all the raw stuff, dude. I get
yeah,
down with it now.
but I bet you haven't tried yet, but I suggest you get into it. You got to try them raw, man. You got to try some raw oysters.
Yeah, I don't think I've had them raw. I had
So
them
basically,
steamed.
what they do is once they open them, they just shuck it with a
Yeah.
knife.
Oh,
So
I've
the
made
thing,
them. I've made them.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Lemon,
I worked in
hot sauce.
restaurants a lot in
Ah.
my life, so I've
Oh
definitely
yeah.
done a lot of shucking. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I never ate one. I never got the courage to just eat it right then and there because
I'm
yeah.
surprised you shucked them, but you haven't tried them.
Yeah, shuck. Well,
You weren't curious enough to be like, what do these people want from this thing?
no,
What
I
are
was.
they seeing?
I think every time I was shucking them, I was like in the middle of like rush,
Right.
So I
It's
was
such
like,
a hard industry. People don't realize how much hard work it is working in the service industry.
oh, it sucks, dude. I'm not in it now. I'm at a better spot now, but yeah, it's tough because it's a lot of nights, it's a lot of early mornings, it's a
Oh
lot.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just, and it's not very rewarding. But you can't help it. I love cooking, dude. I love
Well,
cooking
yeah,
stuff.
it's not bad. I mean, you're bringing home cash every night.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. And like you said, back to the Sunday morning thing, man. I do love cooking, so I just like to keep it on Sunday mornings. Like I like to get my stuff ready. I like to put on a Brave Belly video. A little pandering there, but I like to put my Brave Belly video on. It's true though. I put it on and I
It's not
I start
painful.
getting my stuff ready to cook, and then a lot of times it's stuff I either put in the oven or I can let go and kind of do some other things. I'll take my daughter outside. We'll play around for a while. Then we pop on the NASCAR, or the football, and we eat whatever it is that I've made. And then I have a few beers, and then I'll eat again, of course, because like you got to make enough to. Yeah,
Oh
you got
yeah.
to make enough because it usually
The
sits
second
on
time
the
around, I
table.
feel like
Yeah.
the second time around it feels better. It tastes better because the
Oh yeah.
first time it's like you spend so much time looking at it, making sure it comes out right. It almost
Dude.
exhausts you. You can't
Mm-hmm.
really enjoy it as much.
Food
And
always
that
tastes
second
better when
time,
you don't make it yourself. So
I agree with that 100%.
yeah, it always does. When we would take breaks on the job at the bar or wherever I was working, I would get somebody else to make my food. I would try to like implement that in the kitchen and be like, hey, let's make each other's food. That way it tastes better and everybody gets a good break out of it. And it also guarantees everybody gets a break because a lot of times that doesn't happen.
Yeah. Well, man, you're making me hungry talking about all this.
Yeah, dude, I'm getting hungry too, man. I don't want to keep you any longer, dude. We've had a great conversation, dude. I've really enjoyed it, dude. Thank you for taking time out of your day to
Likewise.
talk to me, man.
Oh, my pleasure for reaching out, man.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I don't think. Mark, right? And I didn't put Mark up at your credentials at the bottom here. I just at Brave Belly on YouTube.
That's right.
That's the name. Is your IG handle different? Because I did.
It's Brave Belly USA.
Okay, well, I'll put that in the description. It'll be down in the description when we put this video up. All the links will be there. All the links to all the videos that I've talked about here today with Brave Belly, they'll be down there in the description as well. Check those out. I suggest starting with the pickled eggs and working your way up. Okay, watch them all. Yeah,
Well,
dude.
thank you so much for having me. I greatly appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing this video and all
Yeah.
your other videos coming soon. So thanks.
All right, dude. Thanks, Brave man. I'll catch you next time. Don't be a stranger. Maybe we'll have you on to yell with us on House Assembly sometime.
All right, sounds good.
All right, dude. See you later.
Later.